All right. On today's episode, I welcome on a special guest. He is a senior forward for Pilgrim High School boys basketball, and he is Tyriek Weeks. Tyriek, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Tyriek, thank you so much for coming on the show. How are you doing during the COVID times and with school and everything?
It's a pretty weird time, but I'm doing good. I'm just staying in the gym, both lifting and getting into work for ball. That's keeping me sane. School's good. I'd rather be back in school, but I'm making it work.
Now, are you guys doing the hybrid learning, or are you learning from home? How's that working?
We're just virtual. We haven't touched school yet at all because it's not safe in Warwick.
Oh, wow, that's crazy. I'm sorry to hear that. That's gotta be really tough.
It's very tough,
Yeah,
but
it's an
it's what we
interesting
have to
way to
deal with.
yeah, it's an interesting way to spend your senior year, right?
Yeah, no. They did say high school is something you would never forget. So.
That is a good point. That is very true. um, Derek, I want to know, when did you start to fall in love with the game of basketball?
Well, my dad was a coach ever since I was born, and I think when I was like 3, that's when I started to really like it. I really fell in love though when I was like 7. We lived in New York. He was coaching at Mayor's College, and it just being around the team. And I was a little older, I could really sort of understand it, and I just loved it, and I wanted to really take it serious.
That's really cool. And what's it like? Because your dad and your brother TJ is also a great player. So what did you learn from them as you were growing up?
I learned from my dad to always work hard and to stay positive. Never get down on yourself on the things that you can't control because a lot of things are actually out of your control. And from TJ, he actually pushed me to have a better work ethic than I ever had over this past quarantine. And that's something that I can't really express in the words and how thankful I am for him.
That's really cool. It's nice to have, that brother influence and help push you and get you work ready for the regular season. All right, now I gotta know, who's competitive out of the two of you? Who wins the most one-on-one games?
He's gotten me a lot throughout the years, but I'm starting to catch up to him. I'm starting to catch up to him.
That's good. That's good. And now, if you guys were to play horse with your dad, who wins in the horse games?
Me, I can
Oh
do
yeah.
everything they can do. Yeah.
What's your one go-to move in horse?
Honestly, it might be the backward shot. I'm low key nice at the backward shot.
That's pretty sweet. You kicked my butt with that one. I can't handle that shot. And now, is there a player that you like look up to that you want to try to be like, or try to like model your game like, or is it just Tyreek?
Well, it's just Tyreek, but if I was to like point out a player who I really adore and like watch, the man behind me, LeBron. I just really love LeBron so much. Like the way he's a leader, his work ethic, his IQ, I love it, and I like idolize him. But I'm my own player though, so I try to do what he does, but better.
That's awesome. That's really great, and I'm sure you're gonna be playing against them maybe one day on the big stage. Hopefully,
Hopefully.
that'd be awesome. And now, is that why you were number 23?
Honestly, my number is 31, but they didn't
Oh,
have 31. I just put on 23 because just want to be a killer like that guy, Michael Jordan and TJ.
that's awesome. That's really cool. Now, are you a Jordan fan or no?
Nah, I'm a LeBron fan, but I give respect to Jordan. After
All right.
watching The Last Dance, I give respect to Jordan.
All right, all right. I'll take it. I'll take it. I grew up in the Jordan era, so I'm an old guy. So, yeah. And what do you think about their championship this year with everything with the bubble and everything? How do you think about that?
People say it was an asterisk. There's no asterisk. That is a hard-earned championship right there, and I loved every second of it.
Oh, that's awesome. That's great. Are you gonna get any gear like championship gear? You're gonna buy any?
I might. I'm not sure though. Probably not.
Probably not. All right. Well, Tyreek, I
Yeah.
want to get in. What's that? Oh,
I
I
ain't saying
want
no,
to.
my bad.
No, that's fine. You're good. I want to get into, last year, you know, playing at Pilgrim. What was your season like last year? And how, like, how did it feel like coming into junior year and just kind of taking that next step?
It was pretty nerve wracking, coming from Hendrick into Pilgrim. A lot was expected, like a lot was put on my shoulders as a player, and I got nervous of it in the beginning of the season, and it sort of showed. But then once, like after Christmas break, and we really came together as a team, we started to play better team basketball. Everyone started playing their best basketball, and then there was a rough patch in February. We just had a week where things was off, but after that, we sort of clicked, and then we got bumped out in the first round of the playoffs. But I just think that like as a player, you look back on the season and you see a lot of the positive that you did. And you also look at some of the negatives and you just try to take it in for the next season.
Yeah, that's a good way to look at it. And what was like one thing that you mentioned nerves? Like, what was there? Was there anything that kind of calmed your nerves a little bit, or kind of got you into the flow of things?
My parents reminded me that I'm still playing basketball, so like there's no reason to be nervous because I've worked my whole life to be up to this point and better. But once I just realized that it's just basketball, the ball has to go in the hoop. I just was fine.
That's awesome. That's great that your parents reminded you that. I know. I'm sure coming from a different school, it's got to be a little tougher meeting new friends, meeting new people, and kind of putting that pressure on you to succeed in the program. But I'm sure you with Coach Fontaine and you guys did. You had a pretty good season. What was what's it like dealing with the COVID and like everything that's going on? Like during between last year and then coming into this year.
Um, I actually thought COVID was going to be over within like a month or two, so I wasn't expecting anything like this. But the more we was in it, the more I had to adapt to like not really going to the gym at first, having to do home workouts. But once like I got adjusted to that and just making sure that I stayed disciplined enough to still work on my craft during this weird time, it got easier. And now I have a gym now, so like I'm fine with everything. Like I wish things was back to normal, but right now it's not. So I'm just still staying focused and ready for the season by staying in the gym every day.
That's awesome. And like what's something you could say to like the younger listeners out there? Like how many shots a day do you put up?
I try to get up about 1,000 shots a day.
Wow, that's crazy. That's wild. That's a lot of shots. And what time do you how many hours do you work out during the day?
About three.
Damn. That's great. That's awesome. That's great. That means you love the game, you work hard at it, and it just says, it tells a lot about you and obviously like everything that's coming out about you recently on the top high school players on whatever the high school basketball rankings in Rhode Island. So that's really cool that you have like that you're working hard and it's showing out. Yeah,
Thank you.
you're welcome. Now, is there a game that you remember most that stuck with you?
From the high school season.
Yeah, from the high school season.
There's a couple, but I'd probably say the Narragansett game when they hit the full court shot. Um, just looking back and like missing the free throw and then turning and seeing the ball bang off the backboard, it's something I can never forget, and it's just like it's amazing.
Yeah, that's crazy. I know your coach had brought that up in his interview as well too.
But other than that, a positive game would probably be Tollgate, first game of the season. Um, first rough, it was a rough first half, but the second half we came out great as a team. That was just a fun game.
That's awesome. That's really cool. And it's nice to come back first game into the season, just get into it. Now, is there anything that like, that's coming up? Are you worried with anything with COVID during this upcoming season or you just want to play?
Right now I'm actually pretty nervous because the numbers are starting to go up again. But I'm just very anxious to play, but I'm not trying to rush it. I'm trying to make sure everything's safe because our health is the most important thing.
Yeah, that's really true. But I hope you and I hope somehow you, your classmates, fellow teammates, and other players out there, you guys are able to get some sort of senior season in. I'm sure it means a lot to you guys to be able to play a little bit, right?
Yeah,
That's big. I now
hopefully play a full season. But
Yeah, hopefully. I hope so. I'm wishing the best for you guys. And I want to know now, coming off basketball, I want to know, do you play 2K?
Yeah, I play 2K, sadly.
Sadly. Why sadly?
That game makes me so mad sometimes. It's such an up and down game.
Is it now who's the team that you play with, or do you just do my player?
Lakers, of course.
All right. I should have known that one.
I actually run a weird lineup. I run a three big lineup. So I put LeBron at the point, Danny Green at the two, Anthony Davis at the three, Dwight Howard at the four, and JaVale McGee at the five.
Oh my god. That's a huge lineup.
Yep. No one can beat it because I just give LeBron the ball and they can't stop LeBron.
And what do your friends like? Do your friends get frustrated with that lineup or what?
Yeah, they try to combat it by using like the nets, but it doesn't work. No one can stop LeBron.
I can tell you're a huge LeBron fan.
Oh, I am. I really am.
That's awesome. Now, do you play on Xbox or do you play on PlayStation?
PlayStation.
PlayStation. We had to work out. We got to work out something. If you guys don't have anything going on, we might have to work on something where you have to play your coach. Your coach is gonna hate me for volunteering him for something like this, but might have to work on something where you guys do, do something where play against your
I'd love to
coach.
play my coach.
What's that? You don't know if he plays?
I'd love to play. Yes, I would.
Yeah, all right. We'll set something up. We might have to do something a little fun if there's a little delay in the season. I think I might try to like run some kind of tournament with like the coaches and players or something. We'll have you guys play against your coaches.
I would love that.
That'd be a lot of fun. Yeah. I would have to get
It would be
involved.
a lot of. You would. You should. You should play.
I'm not the best at it. I gotta need some practice.
You got time to practice.
Yeah, I might have to take a couple days off of work, but I no, put in the put in the hours. Now, is there anything that you like to do outside of basketball that's like no one really knows about, or something fun that you like to do?
I don't leave the house, so something that I enjoy doing, probably listening to music, like just by myself, headphones, lights off, is just listening to music.
That's awesome. Who's your favorite musician or rapper or singer?
Well, my favorite musician is XXXTentacion, but before him, it was Michael Jackson, and that's what I've been listening to mainly the past couple of weeks.
Really? What album or what
Yeah,
songs?
all of them. I love all of his albums. Every single album that he's put out, I love all of it.
That's that's really cool. Now, did your mom get you or your dad get you started on Michael Jackson? How'd that come about?
My mom actually told me a few days ago, she was like, "Your dad got you into Michael Jackson," so I
Wow.
have to thank him for that.
That's really cool. Yeah, that's crazy. You don't hear a lot of kids your age say they listen to the 80s, 90s music.
I love slow R&B and just old music. Old music hits different. New music nowadays is just it's not the same.
Agreed. I agree with you on that one. But I'm old, but you might be an old soul.
I think.
Is there another guy that you like that from the old days or what?
Um, it's not like a certain guy, but I listen to like New Edition, Prince. I listen to NWA sometimes, Nas.
Wow.
I like the old music.
That's cool. That's really cool. That I'm actually really taken back by that. I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting by your Instagram might have been like a little Uzi or something like that.
Oh no, I listen to Uzi too. Don't get it wrong. I listen to
Yeah.
Uzi.
I wasn't sure what to expect. Yeah. That's really cool that you listen to both. You give me credit. I did your research on that picture to find out that was Uzi or not.
Nah, it's a cover art based off of Uzi's album.
Oh yeah. The recent one or was it um
Yeah, I think so.
yeah. Now, all right, we'll wrap it up with one more question here. First of all, I appreciate your time. What are your thoughts? Who's gonna make? What's the NBA Finals next year looking like, and who? How far the Lakers make it?
Finals, I probably would guess the Lakers and Nets. KD versus LeBron. LeBron coming out on top, of course.
Oh my God! All right, I could see that. They got a tough road ahead of them.
That is true. The Warriors coming back full strength. I'm actually not gonna lie, the Warriors, they do they intrigue me, but they're
Yeah.
not stopping LeBron and Anthony Davis.
Do you think the Warriors take Wiseman?
I think so. I don't think they're gonna grab another guard.
No. Yeah, I think you're right. They need that big man, and he seems like to be the perfect fit on that on
Yeah.
that squad. But I think you're right about the Nets. I think it might be Nets. I could see Nets Lakers because I want to see Durant. I do want to see Durant versus LeBron.
I think Durant's actually gonna come back better than ever. I'm not gonna lie.
Do you now? Does he like scare you in any way, or like for LeBron? Do you think he can beat him, or do you think he's the second best player in the world?
I think he's the second best player in the world. I don't think he's gonna beat LeBron. He doesn't have Clay and Draymond and them anymore. He's
Yeah.
with Kyrie, and they're not beating LeBron.
I love it.
I'll
I love
put
that
money.
you're.
I'll put money.
What'd you say?
I'll put money on it. They won't beat LeBron.
I can't take that, but but I could see it happening, being something that I think it would be Lakers Nets in the finals. But I know it's tough. LeBron's a tough beat. I think if LeBron gets one more, I think he's in the GOAT talk.
He already is in the GOAT talk.
I'm not getting into this.
He's the greatest player of all time. You don't have to get into it, but just know he's the greatest player of all time.
No, how? You got to tell me. You got to give me.
How not?
I think he has the greatest accomplishments. Like I think he's done a lot, but I think Jordan is the GOAT because Jordan six rings.
So he has the greatest accomplishments, but he's not the greatest of all time?
Mm-hmm.
How?
Because I don't know. I mean, well, he's also played for 3 different teams and built his own teams, and you know.
I don't mean anything. Jordan played for another team too.
Yeah, the Wizards. He was the owner, player owner.
True, true.
He came back. He was sick of watching him lose, so he had to help him out.
LeBron's still the GOAT though.
All right. We this is something we'll have to get into another time for sure. We'll have to just
No
do.
doubt.
We'll have to do like a LeBron Jordan GOAT talk, just a full episode, you and I. And maybe
I'll be ready for it.
all right, I
And
will
bring
be
up all
too.
the stats and everything.
I'm gonna have a list. I'm gonna write down stats. I'm gonna have a book. I don't know of the stats ready to go.
I'm gonna have all the stats, but I'm gonna make sure that I debunk the 4 and 6 conversation because a lot of people say that and it's invalid.
All right, I could come up with other arguments about it.
Oh, okay. Well, I respect you then. I respect you.
Yeah, I got more. I got more arguments. It's a shorter time. Stayed with the same team.
All right. We'll have to have this discussion.
Yeah,
Now I'm intrigued.
we'll definitely have this discussion. So we got things to do. We got a 2K. I got to get your coach.
Jordan,
Definitely, and we got to have the GOAT, LeBron, MJ GOAT talk for sure. Now, where does Kobe rank on that? Do you have Kobe in there at all?
3. No, he's top 3. He's 3.
3. All right. I respect that. I'll go with that for sure. He had Shaq, so we can't really.
Without Shaq, he's still dominated.
Yeah, he was. I don't know. You're young, so I don't know how much you saw of him play, but he was like the Jordan after Michael Jordan left because his moves are exactly the same as Michael's.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah.
Same basketball player.
Yeah, you're a basketball junkie, so. But Tyriek, this has been awesome, man. I can't thank you enough for your time and coming on the show. I really enjoyed just getting to know you and talking basketball with you. And I'm very excited for, the upcoming season. You're probably going to see me at games wearing my Michael Jordan jersey. And
Oh,
I'm just kidding. But I can't wait for your season to start, man. I wish you the best of luck. And we're definitely going to have you come back on the show for sure to have the GOAT talk. And then we're also going to have you come on and maybe do some 2K and then maybe some in-season stuff other than that.
thank you for having me. I expect to see you at some games now, even though you might be wearing the Jordan jersey, but
Yeah.
just want to see you at the games.
Yeah, I will be there. I'm a Tyreek Weeks fan now, so and then if I'm wearing the Jordan jersey, don't make a miss pass and hit me in the head in the stands.
I might. I'm not gonna lie.
No guarantees on that one. All right. Tyreek, thank you so much, man. You're great. And I can't wait to talk to you again. And, we'll be in touch.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You have a good one.
Thanks. You too.